Really like to summarise the Twelftree Grenache project, and really what it's about is that I think Grenache is a phenomenal resource that's underappreciated here in Australia. Only 1.2% of all of the Australian vineyards are planted with Grenache. They've been here for over 100 years, and it surprises me that Grenache isn't, being such a phenomenal grape varietal, it's the largest grape varietal planted anywhere in the world, why it hasn't got more status within the Australian wine fraternity. While we're off chasing all these fandangled varieties that are interesting, but we have an amazing resource. I don't think it's been grown particularly well, I don't think it's been actually made particularly well, but I go to these vineyards which were planted 50 to 150 years ago. People took a cane, whacked it in the ground, and these vineyards have lasted. That tells me there's something special about these sites. Why choose 6? 6 is a good number, but really I wanted to show that Grenache from certain different geologies, terroirs, call it what you want, are completely different. And so to taste the 6 wines, I love doing it because I find it so exciting, because they're all so ingrained with the site and the profile that comes from that site. Spicier, lifted, more Pinot Noir kind of type of wines from Blewett Springs, bigger, more robust red to purple fruit here in the Barossa, and then really black, inky, dark, in balls to the walls kind of Grenache from McLaren Vale. That to me I find compelling, and it kind of leads me on, you know, if they all 6 all tasted the same and I wasn't really finding any definition between the sites, well, what's the point? What I'm finding, the further I've got into this starting in 2010, the more I'm into it, the more obsessed I'm becoming about it, because everything is so dramatically different. And I think this is kind of forging the way for where Australia needs to go. If we're going to be taken seriously on the world stage, we have to start defining our regionality, our sub-regionality, and then really kind of getting down to grape varietals. And really the honesty of these wines is the thing that I love, and that the winemaking is exactly the same for all of them. Start with hand-picked fruit, use a percentage of whole bunch, never crush any of the grapes, whole berry, freeze them so they get cold soaked for 4 to 5 days, then ferment them over really 10 to 14 days, light pressings, and then using a portion of stainless and oak in each of the wines, and then bottling them very early after 9 months. A lot of the Grenaches I've tasted over the years have lost that vibrancy. Grenache, when it's young and in barrel or young and in tank, looks amazing, and a lot of wineries I think lose that magic where they kind of let it age a little bit too long and it gets a little oxidized and it loses all of that vibrancy. So I'm trying to attract the vibrancy early on, give it a year in bottle before release, and then sit back and go, hey, A, B, C, D, E, F and G are all completely different, and that's what I'm trying to achieve with the Twelftree single vineyard Grenaches.